What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to May Online Poker Series Episode 1. It's the biggest poker month of the year. Gonna be vlogging it again, taking you guys through my sessions, and I think it's gonna be better than ever. I feel more prepared this year. I had some nice guidelines on how I'm gonna tackle the series as an overall, poker strategy and mindset strategy and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, who knows? Poker is grueling. I don't know if it's gonna hold up. I don't know if I'm gonna be tilted on day 3, probably, but yeah, we got a nice series ahead of us here. Today's Sunday. It's the start of the series, starting on one of the biggest days. Obviously, Sunday our buy-ins are gonna be bigger, so let's hopefully get off to a good start. I'm gonna go through some of my morning routine here, and then get the stream set up, and we'll be off and playing. Get some caffeine in the system here. I'm thinking McCafe premium roast. Premium coffee only in this house. We're gonna go strong, medium, black. Here's the office for the series, nice and clean, ready to go. Maybe a few extra things from last year, I don't know. But yeah, office looks good. We gotta get some light in here though. There we go. Okay, so one of the main kind of routines I wanna get into this series is to warm up for my sessions a little bit with study. The app I use to do that with is Paired. It's like a poker trainer. You can kind of just train in quiz format any aspect of the game you want. I don't know if you can see the screen here, but you can see there's all these categories for daily drills. There's raise first in drills, which is there's raise first in drills, which is just basically, do I raise or not? Do I limp or not? There's flatting and 3-betting, which is all of that. There's squeezing post flop in position and out of position. So it's a really good way to kind of get the brain active and work on the different aspects of the game. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep it short, maybe 10 minutes of this sort of thing before I play each day. I really want to choose an amount of time where I'm actually gonna do it on most days. So this is one of the habits I'm trying to go for. All warmed up now. We're gonna set up the stream, set up all the clients, all the tables, and get this ready to go. It's currently 7:43 a.m. I want to start playing at 8, and the plan is to start streaming at 10. So let's go. A couple minutes away. All right, so I created a new spreadsheet here for the month. We're gonna be tracking buy-ins, cashes, how many tournaments we played that day, how many day 2s we made, and plus minus, of course. For grind number 1, I kind of calculated today. I'm gonna have about 6K in buy-ins at a minimum here. I do expect it to probably be more than that. That doesn't look at re-entries, that doesn't look at any extra tournaments I might want to play. I mean, there's a chance I play less than that, I doubt it. But yeah, so today will probably be between, I would say, 6,000 to 8,000 in buy-ins, maybe more. I don't know. I doubt it, but that's day 1. Gonna get into the grind. Let's do it. So 30 minutes into my first session, 8 tables on the go. I just blue screened. PC just shut off. I mean, listen, it's not a good omen. It's really not a good omen for the Sunday, but we're gonna brush it off. Just gonna brush it off. All right, aces in the early 5:30. Let's see. Mamma mia. 80 big blinds going the wrong way there. 2:15 warm up. Get it in kings here. All right, breakfast, we have an egg, some egg whites, spinach, tomato, onion. It's mainly egg whites, just I think 1 or 2 eggs in there. You're gonna see that meal plenty of times throughout the series. Pretty much eat that every day. Okay, it's break time, 2 hours in. Just setting up my stream. I'm gonna go live on Twitch now. Party Poker schedule is starting up, which is my main site, so gonna go live. You guys saw it, first 2 hours probably couldn't have gone much worse, to be honest. I mean, I recorded the hands, you're gonna see them. It's kind of like bittersweet. It's good, you know what? You come into the series and you're gonna say, oh, I'm not gonna tilt. I'm gonna play solid. My mental game's gonna be good this series. Well, here's where you gotta show up, you know? Gotta have a good mental game. Being tested early, but yeah, session's just getting started, so going live on Twitch. You ever have those sessions where the best part about the session is seeing the EV graph of how bad you ran? That's where I'm at right now. I'm excited post-session to see my EV graph of how many all-ins I've lost. Not a good spot to be at peak Sunday. I mean, I have 14 tables on the go. Still hopeful. In the 320, we got kings here for 2 bounties. Let's go. Ace 9 and Ace 10. All right, we started to have some good stacks here. 3 out of 18 in this 320. We are 3 out of 40 in this 215. We have in the money over here in this 22 scoop event. So a couple of nice stacks. We'll see where it goes from here. All right, we got 3 in the money tables. A couple of others are close. Session has stabilized a little bit. Unfortunately, it's the bigger buy-ins that we don't have stacks in today. But yeah, I've managed to keep my cool relatively well today, which is nice. That's like one of the few controllable factors you can have on a Sunday. So just gonna keep playing. I probably still have like 6-7 more tournaments to register today. And then the schedule will be complete and we'll see kind of where we end up. Right now, I'll show the buy-ins and the cashes. It's we're in a big deficit, so. Sitting 12 out of 12, 11 get paid. Kind of a sweat here on the bubble of this 320. It's just all going wrong. 11 people get paid in the 300. We get 12th place. Lost to 4-5. It's a battle out here, man. All right, we have some absolute damage. 7,900 in buy-ins, 800 in cashes at this point. I mean, we played a big session. I still have a lot of tables. We can still bring these numbers back to a decent level. 3 out of 15 here in the Super 215. 13 get paid, so we're just outside of the money. We are in our third 530 of the day here. Okay. Break time. What time is it? I don't know what time it is. We started at 8 a.m. I think it's 5 p.m. now. So far, I think I've done well on session 1. I honestly do. I feel like I've done well in session 1. I haven't lost my cool. Here's a big one. I've registered every tournament I set out to register. And sometimes if I'm having a really bad session, I might shy away from registering some tournaments or I might quit early. But I made a point today of like, I wanted to play this many tournaments, so let's play this many tournaments. I mean, any of these tournaments can be what we needed. You know what I mean? So I think so far I've done well on that. Haven't played very punty today. I think my pre-flop ranges have been good. So I don't know. I'm gonna keep plugging, see if we can bring these cashes. If I could get a few thousand in cashes at least on the day, like if I could get the cashes up to 3-4K and suddenly we're not down $1 billion, but we're down, you know, if we're not down $1 billion and suddenly we're down a couple thousand for my first Sunday after running as bad as we did, I'd be happy. So that's the goal now. I don't think a 10 would fold if I put money in here, so I'm gonna check back, try to get there. All right, so I already bubbled the 320. Here we have ace king suited on the stone bubble facing a shove. I guess we go again. Guess we go again. That's a good flop. $320 masters, the next hand. 80 big blind stack and a bounty. The next hand after the aces. I get it all in with the kings. All right, I just shut down my stream. Got my last 2, 4, 6, 8 games for the day. Not gonna reg anything I wasn't planning to reg. I don't want to chase, you know, late day kind of scores or runs to try to save the session. There's so much poker to be played this month that, I'm trying to remind myself that, like, don't hop in like marginally EV games at the end of your session. We've had a bad session. Trying to make today a winning day, like just, you know, play as best you can, finish out your games well, and go again tomorrow. Because there's lots of poker to play every single day this month, so yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm gonna play out these 8 games and see how we finish. Locked in a min cash here in this 109 scoop event. All in for the last 9 big blinds. We got call on the button. They do have quite a few chips, and it's a good flop. Let's see. I'm okay if you fold. Prefer it actually. 10-10. Nice. I'm gonna go for the lead here. Pot size bet left. Do find a call? What? How do you have that? Please hold. Nice. All right, just made the money in this 105, so we got some mystery bounty action happening. As far as day savers go, I suppose, listen, I'm not the guy that wants to rely on a mystery bounty jackpot to save my session, but I feel like they owe me one. Honestly, after today, I feel like they should maybe toss me one. Felt pretty happy finding this play. Raised ace king under the gun, check, check. Turn was the 2 of diamonds. Now I do think we don't want to fold every single ace king, ace queen that we check back here. I think calling some. So I decided calling with a diamond was pretty nice. In case another diamond comes, then we can use it to our advantage and maybe rep it. And so I called turn. River was the diamond. Now, how this spot I think is gonna go is that when they go for a block or something like B 60%, something like 60, 70% or half pot or something, we're pretty happy to bluff. You know, that's gonna be the sizing that's chosen by a 10, maybe a 2 pair. I think people can get greedier with the 8-9, get greedier with the flushes. I'm not for sure, but I think bluffing all in against these kind of sizings or a block like 4 or 5 blinds, 3, 4 or 5 blinds is pretty decent. So got it through. Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. You owe me. You guys owe me. There we go. Check jam here for 10 blinds. Nice, 26 bigs. Hunting our first mystery bounty. We do cover the blinds too, so let's see. Got a flip. Let's go. $70. All right. Nice. Also have kings up here, 3-betting. All right, 2 queens here for 7 bigs. It's a little unfortunate that the action is this under the gun raise. Let's put it this way, if they did have aces and kings, they would definitely min-raise under the gun, but still gotta go, of course. Yeah, there you go. That's modern day poker. People are finding those raise folds. I will say, normally the raise fold will come against like a 10 big blind shove or a 12 big blind shove against a 6 big blind shove. I mean, that must have been some kind of weak offsuit ace. So I made day 2 of this $215 500K. I have like a slightly above average stack, 40 bigs or so. I'm pretty sure that is not in the money or anything, but it is gonna be semi-deep, big prize pool, so that's tomorrow. All right, here we go. I'm gonna be calling off for 5 big blinds. They shove for 14, they shove for 14 and a half, but 2 of us have 5 big blinds. This can have some king jack, king 10, a lot of flips. We're really running out of time to chip up, so I'm gonna be calling. That's really bad news. Hold on. Man. $520, just pretty close to the day 2, but GG. $77 again. I think I gotta see it. I don't know. I don't know what this is. Like, barreling turn. Honestly, barreling turn with any clubs is a little weird here. That's the thing. I mean, barreling turn with any clubs is weird, unless it's just the ace of clubs, but yeah. All right, king 7 for 12 in a bounty. I'm making this call. Against some tight players, I would fold in a non-bounty, but gotta go, and we can see why. Get the queen 3. Nice. I'm all in. Why is it always three ways here? Okay, maybe it's a triple up. We need it. 4 blinds. Let's get back in the mix. Okay. Can't hit a royal flush, but we got some outs. GG. This is my everyday shake. I go frozen blueberries, a scoop of protein powder, flax seeds, a banana, Greek yogurt, and oats. Open shove the ace 10, get called by ace jack. Now would be a good time, one time, to get there. Just once on this vlog. No. Okay, Rihanna bought some new drinks. Cove. That's gonna be the key tomorrow for the session. What do you think?
It's actually pretty good. Considering there's no sugar, gluten-free, and there's probiotics in it.
It's like
I'd rate it.
It's a health drink, but soda. Probiotic soda.
Yeah, it's like a 7.
7.
Pretty good.
Okay. All right, session wrapped up at about 7 p.m., just past 7 p.m. my time. So session was 11 hours or so, just over 11 hours. Obviously, the bulk of that would have been in the first 9 hours or so, but yeah, good effort. I mean, I do have some of the totals here. Day 1 of the series, 7,900 in buy-ins. More than I expected. I had to re-enter quite a few times just due to some early all-in stuff, some big hands. So yeah, 7,900, cashes 2,700. Played 41 total tournaments. We do have one day 2 and a grand total of minus 5,100. Thoughts for day 1? I'm disappointed because it just makes it so much tougher. I'm disappointed because it just makes it tougher to feel like I'm on top of it after having such a big losing day 1. I mean, I guess for the stakes I'm playing, it's not that hard to lose 5K. So yeah, honestly, I don't feel too bad about it. Yeah, there was a lot of bad beats in there. I mean, you're gonna see the hands throughout the vlog. So yeah, I think we take it in stride. We play the day 2 tomorrow. I already kind of have an idea of what I'm playing. Got it lined up here. Couple of 530s tomorrow. I don't know if you can see that well. Couple of 530s tomorrow. I mean, total session, I have it around 3,800 with re-entries and stuff. Could be another day where it's close to 5K in buy-ins. So yeah, we're just getting started. Shouldn't be too hard to make a comeback after today. If we have another day tomorrow like we do today, then you know this is gonna get interesting. But yeah, that's it for kind of the session wrap up. That's it for the session wrap up. I think I'm gonna go for a short walk. I don't really want to, it's rainy outside, but I feel like if I've been sitting at my computer for close to 12 hours, actually it has been 12 hours now, I should probably get out of the house, get some exercise or something for a little bit. Throughout this month, I'll be going to the gym or at least working out in my house, but I don't tend to work out on Sundays. So today I think a little bit of light cardio, just get outside. And then we got a few hands to go over. All right, last thing on the agenda today before I edit this vlog is a little bit of study. I didn't save a ton of hands today, maybe 10, which is probably a little less than I should, but I mean, yeah. So I got a few hands to go through and then gonna kind of wrap things up, edit for tomorrow and go to bed. All right, let's do a little bit of review, maybe a pre-flop spot and a post-flop spot. So pre-flop spot, I am sitting here in the 215 warm-up, King 4 suited. These ones are easy to forget, just where the lines are. I don't think King 5 suited was supposed to be a fold. I didn't think King Deuce suited would be a play. I thought King 3 suited would be a fold. I wasn't sure about King 4. Does this get into a 3-bet? Does this get into a call? These spots aren't like super duper important, but it's good to review these pre-flop spots. So got my ranges up here from the paired app. Small blind facing open versus button. We're about 70 big blinds deep. And wow. Chippy V tournament ranges. Small blind facing open versus button. Any suited king calling. How about that? A little bit of 3-betting with King 5 and King 6. Mostly just calling these suited kings. How about Queen 3 suited calling? Queen 4 suited calling. Let's go to 50 big blinds. So the shallower we're folding the weakest queens. Like you can't just quite be as loose here. If we get to 30 blinds, you really start to tighten up out of position. But when we're deep like this, we have these suited high cards against, I think it's a 2.5 big blind, 2.1. Okay, so that's something to notice, is that this sim has it raising 2.1 blinds. So if you're facing a 2.5 big blind raise, you're probably supposed to call a bit tighter, maybe getting rid of a few of these weak ones. But yeah, okay. So if you're facing a min raise on the button, you can call quite wide. You still want to stay away from the Jack X and the 10X, but the suited high cards are quite strong. So that was like a good checkup right away. I'm not playing King Deuce suited even against a min raise. deep stack like that. So good to know. Also, this is the range that the button would be playing for 70 big blinds. So any ace, king 5 plus, queen 8 plus, a lot of the natural stuff. If you're against somebody that's a bit tighter, you can also probably tighten up a bit. And I wanted to check on a sizing hand that I had. I was 100 big blinds deep early in the day here with 10-8 offsuit. So I raised the button, big blind called, and it was ace. So I was 100 big blinds deep to start the hand, ace king 4 board, 100 big blinds deep, ace king 4, button against the big blind. We're gonna take a look at this one. All right, so the big blind of course wants to check. Not a great board for the big blind. And we look at the button. Now, something that people don't implement a lot here, which I think is fine in practice, is you can see there's almost 40% checking. Now, does that mean you should check this board against the players you're playing against? No, not necessarily. But the solver likes to do that. However, you can see they do have a small sizing. They do have a very big sizing. Those are kind of how it likes to split it up. Now, if we go to the 10-8 offsuit, it's going to choose that small sizing most of the time, which is what we did. My opponent went for the call. And the turn was the queen of spades. Big blind checks again. They don't have much leverage on this board against the button. And the whole point of this save is that I really wasn't sure like how big I wanted to go with this bluff. I mean, I know that our range wants to leverage the fact that we have ace king, we have ace queen, we have sets. So we want some big bets. And I was wondering, is 10-8 one of those hands that really wants to leverage a really big bet when I'm bluffing? Or is it okay to just bluff like 60%, 80%? So we're gonna take a look at that. And as you can see, the solver, if you're playing as the solver, it has a lot of big bets. You're not really betting small anymore. Now you're really starting to put in a lot of chips. You're either putting in an overbet for 150% pot, or you're putting in a 75% bet. Pretty even split here. Pretty even split. You could maybe merge it all into a pot size bet. Not saying that that's better, but that's an option. So you could go pot or check on the turn, and that would be, I think, a decent strategy. Now, 10-8 offsuit is doing a lot of bluffing, and yeah, I mean, I guess it's doing a bit of both. You know, it's going for that big overbet, and it's also going for the B75. Doesn't seem like a huge skew on any of the combos. All right, that's it for episode 1 of the vlog. Make sure you guys like this video, and tomorrow we're gonna start the comeback, full Monday session, full vlog.